I'm John Valentino. I'm a landscape architect and a landscape contractor, and I'm here with Chip Valentino, and we have an important topic that we get a lot of questions about that we'd like to cover, and that is how to allow trees and plants to deal with hot weather. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Chip and I plan to be doing a lot more videos for you. If you like them, please click on like and click on subscribe and click on the bell so that you'll be notified every Sunday when we post our new videos. So I'm using as an example what I think is like a quintessential example, and that is redwood trees. And we can apply how we're going to deal with redwood trees in hot weather to all plants, regardless of where you live, and all trees, regardless of where you live. The coast redwood is the state tree of California. You might not have known that. And the coast redwood is different from the giant sequoia. The coast redwood is the tallest living thing on Earth. Giant sequoia is the biggest living thing on Earth. So the coast redwood became popular planting even in inland valleys about 20-25 years ago because of its beauty, and it was being ignored that you had to water it a lot to get it to thrive. And it's hard to keep them looking good here because their native situation is along the coast of Santa Cruz and above, where there is summer fog. And the reason it likes that location is because when it's hot, fog rolls in, and usually in late afternoon, and cools it, and redwoods love that soothing fog. So our challenge here in Fresno or any inland valley, if you want to grow a redwood, is to try to mimic those conditions. And there's two main conditions that we're going to show you on this video. What we wanted to do here is show you what redwoods look like when you don't do any of those things, and they're subjected to this 100-degree weather. They can't take these conditions without a lot of help. You can apply this to anything you might want to grow in your gardens. If you have something, you're trying to grow azaleas in the full sun, or you're trying to grow something, camellias or Japanese maples, in areas that gets more heat than you'd like, more sun than you'd like, these principles of soil and moisture will work just as well. But the redwood is a great example. So we're showing you that here with these redwoods struggling in our 2020 summer, and then we'll show you what healthy ones look like even in Fresno. Okay, so our second point is one of the most important in protecting trees or plants of any kind from hot weather, and maybe planting them a little outside of their comfort zone in terms of sun and heat. And that is the health of the soil and the richness of the soil, the life in the soil. And so what we want to do is infuse that soil with beneficial life, and that will make a soil that can help plants prevent heat damage and thrive during heat. After we make these applications to enrich the soil, make that soil as lively and full of life as possible, some kind of top dressing mulch is extremely helpful in these issues with heat. And so what we do, what I find the most convenient and effective, is our own John and Bob's products. I use blend, and I start at the edge of the canopy of the tree, and I go all the way to the trunk, all the way around it. So we'll infuse that soil with beneficial life, and then over the top of that, I use our penetrate to also, that has kelp in it, and that has sap in it, and that has beneficial bacteria. So we're just trying to maximize life in the soil so that it's well equipped to handle heat. So a real key to any plant that doesn't like heat and sun, redwood is a great example, is to try to keep the roots moist in the time when you have that heat and sun and when the plants will be most stressed. In the case of redwood trees, what we like to do is set up a separate valve with drip rings, the kind of drip that it's inside the tubing, and some of them are 12 inches on center, some 16 inches on center, some 24 inches on center. I like to use the one 12 inches on center. Each emitter uses about 1 gallon per hour, and we ring that around the tree, 2 or 3 rings, and then we have that on its own valve, and we program that to come on every day during this heat to keep the roots moist with slow, gentle applications of water over fairly long periods of time. We don't want it to saturate the soil because that's not the point. What we want to do is keep those roots moist when it's really hot. And that is more than any other way, the way to keep something like a redwood looking green and healthy in the summer. What we're doing is we're simulating that summer fog that I told you about that occurs in California, where redwoods occur in a native situation. They don't occur in a native situation here in the Central Valley because we don't have summer fog. So our last point might be fairly obvious, but maybe not, and that is not to prune during hot weather. It's put on, whatever tree or plant you're trying to protect has put on a lot of growth during the spring and such, and really the purpose of that growth is to feed further growth and to protect itself from sun. And so if you prune when it's hot, then you remove that protectant layer of leaves that allows it to tolerate sun best. So whatever plant you're planting in the full sun that shouldn't be there, we want to have it as lush and full as possible during the hottest weather. And so we're not going to prune, and that's really a fairly simple rule. There's nothing to show you because there's no pruning technique to show you. Just don't do it.
Hey there, friends. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the bell. If you enjoyed this video, have any questions, or just want to say hi, let us know in the comments below. Want to learn more about our products? Then head over to our website, www.johnandbobs.com.